All right. Gee, I had a hard time. I tried to get this going. I thought it was going to come on automatically, but it didn't. So thanks for tuning in to Mountain Crypto. I'm your host, Shane Ripley. Today, we're going to talk about a new crypto investment club called Bitdollar Fund. Pretty interesting. I bumped into it in my searching and different things that I'm doing. If you're in on the podcast, thanks for being patient there. Took me a while to get this up and going. Anyway, give my normal disclaimer, and that is I'm not an advisor. I don't give advice of any kind. I'm just sharing some of the things that I found and some of the things that I've discovered and that I'm interested in. I may do some of these things or not do some of these things, and I'll give my personal opinion on it for whatever it's worth. But do your own research, and just remember cryptocurrencies are very speculative, but yet at the same time, with all that risk, there's a lot of opportunity. So let's just go into it real quick. This is going to be a fairly quick review. The Bitdollar Fund is a worldwide cryptocurrency fund. It's kind of like a group thing. This article here, by the way, if you want to look it up, it was on Business Showcase, and it was entitled Bitdollar Fund Worldwide Cryptocurrency Investment Club. And you can look that up if you want. I printed it a couple days ago, so it's not brand new. It came also off of the Irish Tech News, if you're interested in that. So I was curious if they were from Ireland. We'll get into where the company is based and what's going on there. The Bitdollar Fund is the world's first collective managed fund, and they have a founder this year that's going to run it, a CEO and such. But after the year after that, then every member of the fund will be able to participate in an annual election, and they're actually going to be able, if you are a registered holder of Bitdollar, you're going to be able to participate in these elections and decide what the investments are going to be put in and how they're going to be done. There is some criteria to the fund. It is going to be what they call a truly diverse fund. So you will be able to also decide, though, on the percentages of this or that cryptocurrency and some of the diverse allocations that are going to be put in this fund. Now, this fund is coming out as an ICO. So the tokens are the value of your share in this fund, and probably has something to do with your votes too. I did not read the whole white page, but I have looked at the website, and I read this article pretty thoroughly. It is pretty interesting. They are saying that also Bitdollar will give arguments for which blue chip currencies and blue chip cryptocurrencies are best, and which percentage of each currency or cryptocurrency a component deserves. And as a member of this fund, you'll be able to vote and argue and discuss this. So overall, the participation and the interactivity of the investors is going to make this a completely different fund, where usually, you have a board of directors and investors, advisors, and such that are going to sit in a meeting, where there may be only 5 to 20 people, and they're going to be making most of the decisions, even though people may have rights to vote. They're not really making up these proposals and amendments, and where you would have opportunity to do that with a Bitdollar Fund. So I thought that was pretty cool. It's basically collective investing. It's a consensus as far as that goes. It's a consensus technique, which is very big in the Bitcoin community. If you're not new to cryptocurrency and Bitcoin, consensus, decentralized, where it's not controlled by a small amount, but everybody has a say, spread out so that nobody, small group can't just go in and take over something. Another way to think of Bitdollar Fund is worldwide cryptocurrency investment club with perfect voting rights, they say here in the article. The collective knowledge of the global network, that's something a lot of people don't think of either, that haven't been in cryptocurrency. you really do get to meet people all over the world when you're in cryptocurrency at a level that you've probably never got to enjoy before for the average person. The internet has always been the worldwide internet, but how many of us have really, had conversations with just a huge variety of people from all over the world? Well, you get in cryptocurrency and you start getting on some of these social networks, Telegram and Twitter, and I like Telegram myself, then you'll find that that's going to happen. And you'll also find that in a lot of cases, you can talk to the administrators and the officers and maybe even the CEO of these companies. When's the last time you got to do that with a stock exchange or something like that you worked with? So it's really a whole different ecosystem here than what you might be used to. And it actually gives you, a little bit of a comfort level. At least you know that they're trying to do it. You know that cryptocurrency is really has these ups and downs that are just through the roof. But at least you have this comfort level where if you like to get to know people at a higher level, and see who's actually using this money that you're putting into these tokens and currencies, you have that opportunity. So with this, now you get to use the same kind of, community to decide how this fund invests in the different coins and different diversification, which we'll go into in a little bit. So that collective knowledge of global networking of cryptocurrency investors, as well as the benefit from networking opportunity with others, these aspects make this fund a model superior to the traditional centralized model, which we talked about, of a few guys making a decision. Particularly appealing are the new cryptocurrencies. This is the article I'm quoting a little bit. Particularly, this would be good to people who are new in cryptocurrency because they could listen in and be involved in this community. They could just go with the majority of people if they want, or they could get involved and find out what's going on. So something else about Bitdollar, it also contains a non-core cryptocurrency components, which are backed by the physical assets such as oil and gold. So, and also, I believe they talked about possibly real estate too at some time where I was reading. I'm not so positive that. We'll talk about another project that's going to do that later on next week. But this way they do truly have diversification. They're actually going to not just be all in cryptocurrency, but have some things to create stability to the token price. That's the goal, is to keep a little stability in the token price and just help the investors feel safer and knowing that they have something of a little bit more stability and value. And it's not just a bunch of the top cryptocurrencies and boom, let's hope for the best. Because that doesn't really make it diversified if it's just cryptocurrencies, in a sense. All right, so this will allow for lower volatility, which will result in a relatively safer place for those who are new into cryptocurrency or those who are just looking for some cryptocurrency investment that has a safer resources, such as this Bitdollar Fund and the Bitdollar community. All right, so they're definitely different because of the annual elections, because being able to choose the funds, being able to vote on the percentages of each, and no one has done this before. Again, they'll facilitate the cryptocurrency community with also a platform which will have charts and news and forums and videos all under the bitdollarfund.com site and application. So this is going to be a good resource for those who don't, have a lot of resources, but yet they want to get their foot in. They want to have the power of people who are in the crypto community investing. They want to be able to do some research. They have it all right there where they can get it because maybe they're not so aware of all these thousands of different sites and checking the credibility of them and all that. So that can really help. And having a mobile app like that, can be nice too, to have something go directly to the news sources that you're going to need to make those decisions. Additionally, the Bitdollar Fund is going to provide clarity to the cryptocurrency community with a number of investments and provide safer things. This is going to be called, the ICO is the I2-fund is what And what it's going to do, again, they have a team here, and their team is high quality. They're experts at branding. They're designed not to just be innovative, but to be futuristic. It is a young group of individuals that are leading this for the most part. So it's a good group of people. Where are they based? They're based in the Cayman Islands. Bitdollar Capital, the management company of Bitdollar Fund, is located in Estonia. Okay, they were launched in early 2018, and they're trying to attract cryptocurrency enthusiasts that seek value but are cautious. And I'm just skipping through this. So there's going to be a lot of resources for people to begin learning about the field. The team, okay, all-star founders consist of accomplished real-world professionals in the areas of finance, marketing, business development, IT. The team also, with pride, claimed 3 MBA graduates from 2 of the top universities, Cornell University, University of Michigan, IT professional from Google as its founders. And then the plans for the future, okay? So they have an interesting plan. So the first plan is the Bitdollar ICO. That's soon. The pre-sale Bitdollar Fund begins August 18th. The ICO begins September 22nd this year. However, Bitdollar Fund is not the only fund that they have planned at Bitdollar Capital, which is their main company. Bitdollar Capital will be the ICO Innovation Fund, or I2 Fund for short. And the second will be a fund that is based on ICO innovation, and that will be called iCash. So you have the I2 fund now and the iCash, which will take place early 2019. So that's pretty cool. So if you're looking for something to get into investing in ICOs, they're going to have that available. We'll have to see how that works out. Have to see how their first deal works out. If you're interested in this, go to bitdollarico.com, bitdollarico.com. And they're not paying me or anything. I'm just trying to say it correct. And you can get more information on their token. So that's about it for this article right here. Now, as far as their webpage goes, the pre-sale, it starts August 18th. Their pre-sale lowest price is going to be 55 cents. The phase 1 ICO price is going to be $1. So if you're in a country where you can get in on an ICO, there's almost 100% profit almost right there. Too bad we're in America. So Bitdollar Fund, it says here, is the world's first tokenized investment collectively managed by investors. The fund takes a long-term fundamental investment view with a focus on blue chip currencies, cryptocurrencies. Additionally, the community aims to provide clarity to the immature cryptocurrency market and guide the discussion on fundamental analysis for major cryptocurrencies. Their main objectives is they're going to have the Bitdollar Fund, which we talked about. And they also are going to have a flexible crypto index in an immature market, which is called Bitdollar Index. This is going to be a performance gauge for the fund and will increase the awareness of financial performance for the best cryptocurrencies and such. And then Bitdollar is BTD, already contains the best long-term cryptocurrency investment as its underlying assets. It would be easy choice of cryptocurrency beginners while also offering the additional benefits of having a say in the fund's direction and participating in its community to learn more about the field. So the initial Bitdollar composition looks like this. 20% is going to go to asset-backed cryptocurrencies. 40% is going to be put in Ethereum, 20% in Ripple, and 20% in Bitcoin. And then from that point, the groups will be voting and deciding on other markets that they might want to do. And I notice on their site here at the bottom, it has like a ticker going across. The app is pretty cool. You can see your account, you can see the prices, you can see the news. They have forums, videos. You can vote right there on the app. The ICO details: phase 1, November 2018, they had 100 million. Pre-ICO rate was 55 cents, went up to $1 for ICO price. December 2019, they're going to have 2 million at 5% and some at 10% below market. And they've got a phase 3, a phase 4, and a phase 5 where all the coins are offered up. And they have a total billion coins, it looks like here. So you can look at this if you want. There's a lot of numbers here. Use of the proceeds from the ICO phase 1, 95% underlying crypto assets, 2.5 development, 2.5 marketing and other expenses. Their phase 1 Bitdollar token distribution will be 85% ICO investors, 9% founders, 2.2 marketing, 2% advisors, 1.8 for developers. And Bitdollar Fund, use of proceeds are there, very small amount. Investors will be percentage of tokens allocated to IC investors increases from 85 to 90% at that phase. And then the Bitdollar Fund you can register for. Here's a little bit on their founders. You got Nick Kitchorian, founder and chief executive. A love for financial markets, entrepreneur at heart, 15 years of combined experience in corporate finance. He Acumen algorithm, commodity trading advisor, has moved on completely. Bitdollar Capital. He's also holds a bachelor degree in economics from the University of Michigan and an MBA in finance from Cornell University. So anyway, that's about it. If you want to look it up, guys, do some more research on it, see if it's something you're interested in. And if you could hit the subscribe button, it helps us out. You can get notifications and check out our social media. If you're new to Bitcoin, we're looking at doing some public seminars with some basic handouts for Bitcoin. If you really don't know anything about how the blockchain works or anything like that, and you just like to be able to talk to someone in person, you can do that. And I'll be giving, times and dates as that happens. I'll be giving a sample of one of the presentations I'm giving, hopefully this week, if I have enough time. And that's it, folks. Thanks for tuning in to Mountain Crypto. I'm your host, Shane Ripley, and over and out as soon as I figure out how to turn this off again. Every time I try something new, in stream. Goodbye.